Supporter of the International League of People's Struggles, which is an organization in Canada. I'd like to first of all start by saluting and saluting all the youth who are here. We know that our comrade Ahed Tamimi is still in jail, still faced in the Zionist occupation forces. We salute her courage, and we hope that she will be freed as soon as possible. So I'd like to read the statement published by the International League of People's Struggles chairperson, Jose Mary Sison. So we, the International League of People's Struggles, condemn in strongest terms the massacre of Palestinians by Israel Defense Forces, killing at least 12 and wounding more than 500 in a brutal dispersal of a peaceful demonstration in the Gaza Strip. The IDF used drones to drop tear gas, tanks, and around 100 snipers, using live rounds and rubber-coated steel pellets to disperse the Palestinian protesters. The demonstration was to commemorate Land Day, to mark the killing of 6 unarmed Palestinians by the Israeli military on March 30, 1976. It is part of a 6-week-long tent city protest calling for the right of returns for refugees on land seized by Israel. The organizers have estimated that around 100,000 Palestinians would participate in the protest actions, and the protests are to culminate on May 15th, on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the historic partition of historic Palestine in 1948 that created the State of Israel, which Palestinians call al-Nakba. Around 750,000 Palestinians were forced out of their homes in 1948 as a result of the war that created the State of Israel. Palestinian refugees who tried to return to their homes after the war were prevented from doing so by the Israeli government. The descendants of the original refugees now number around 7 million, scattered around many countries in the world. And the right of return for Palestinian refugees is a core issue. The United Nations from 1948 onwards has time and time again reaffirmed the right of return for Palestinian refugees through various UN General Assemblies, but Israel, with the backing of the US, has always refused to comply with these resolutions. The ILPS condemns the massacre and brutal dispersal of peaceful Palestinians by Israeli forces, and we condemn the continuing support of the US and other Western governments of the Zionist Israeli government in its reign of terror against the Palestinian people. We support the right of return of Palestinian refugees and their right to national social liberation. And finally, we call on all ILPS member organizations to condemn this suppression and to express solidarity with the Palestinian people for the struggle for national and social liberation. Thank you.